When I consider living here in Plymouth, I think about our proximity to the beautiful shore, the farms hidden away here and there, and our bustling downtown now as we enter the post-pandemic times. And I think about the inwardness and the connectedness of this place, a place where you have time to think, but also to share. And I'd like to share 3 poems with you now that consider these spaces and our place here. Consider the cormorant. After 3 days of rain, Scituate's cliffs straddle the horizon, the furthest slash of coastline seeable from Manomet Point, and I consider the cormorants below, balanced on barnacled boulders the low tide has exposed, wings wide open in a tableau of flight, black-backed, chests tufted, feet spread wide, a streak of guano trailing behind. Beaks into the wind, they know how to stand as if hanging in the thermals, their crowns flittering. It's a matter of survival, this ability to balance on a shat-upon rock. Sometimes life's like that when we're paying attention. We learn that follow-through takes time, that sometimes it's enough to perch and let time pass. It's just sometimes the weight of waters more than November's sun can disperse. We'd like to fly, but we know we have to wait. Consider the ox. Consider the ox in his stall, the moon a narrow gilded wire against the evening sky. Consider the great heart of the ox at rest, the lungs winnowing oxygen in the warm barn air. Consider the stones at rest where the ox hauled them that morning, stained to a sheen with September's heavy mist. The day's work done, all night the mice will natter in the loft and fashion valleys the ox can't wander through. Whose world this? Whose worlds these? Consider the mud and slough of grass and gravel a farm is, the breath and blood and flesh, metal, leather, tin, pleasure in the miracle of tamed things. Consider those who at any minute may be untamed. And at last, consider the lilies of the Seine. The young people's choir from Paris pours through the door of the coffee shop, more a flood of lilies than human beings, long stemmed with sunlit faces. And as some odd chant on the satellite radio station drones, they open mouths and throats and proffer harmonies. Like leaves, their tourist maps of Plymouth rustle between their fingers. One lily with blonde hair to her shoulders accepts a deep French kiss from a red-haired lily whose arms wrap her from behind, whose hands flutter at her ribs as she bends her neck back to take his kiss. Her tangerine lipstick seeps into his lips' crevices. The other lilies dancing around them seem oblivious to all that stamen and pistilness. After all, they are lilies from Paris. But the unpetaled rest of us sigh inside. We sigh and wish. We wish and sigh